Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Jets. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Raiders are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
Carr now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
A pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now Hall to start the drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll find Hall. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And good quarterbacks know that when things start to break down and they're forced to flee the pocket, they can often count on their running backs to try and bail them out. That happened on that play. Nice gain.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Prater's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
To try again after the sack. Carr. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Martin. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good.
Touchdown! C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
The score, Jets 17, Raiders 3. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders.
The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On first down, right back to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Pushes him over. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you get all that open space. The big guys leading the way.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Raiders' 43-yard line.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Complete here. It's Hyde. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's good.
Here's Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Wilson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Prater's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Carr going to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Carr to throw. Slant to Adams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And 4 yards. That's another Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. 6-18.
Now Carr again. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller from 21 yards away. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Raiders, first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Carlson for a Raider field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that's going to tie things at 20. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, New York.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He finds his man complete. That's Hall.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Paul again on 2nd down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Paul again on 2nd down. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll run with Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Raiders 20. Raiders set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 8 yards.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. First down, here's White. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing his Carr. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. Her eyes move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Adams, the man in motion right. Now Carr. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Second down and 8. Carr to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Carr. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They go with Jacobs.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong